Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Mundo's Garden. So we're still in preseason pretty much, but I am probably going to start putting some seeds down. I can show you pretty much what we got going. So I got to get those rutabagas out of there. But I got the beds cleaned up. I reattached my the wood top there so that I can tie the tomatoes, because I'm going to be having some tomatoes in here. I'm probably going to limit it to just about 4 tomato plants this year, because last year it got a little bit out of control. Although this year I hope to be able to maintain a little better control over it. Although we are planning to do a bit of traveling this summer, so we'll see how that goes. But what I did here is I reinforced. You see, I got some angles in all corners, and then I also put some smaller angles there, just to help support this whole thing, because it did come down last year. So I built this box here. Originally, I had it over here, where I still got to get a bunch of this stuff cleaned up. So originally I had it here. I don't know if I had like old box spring that I had repurposed, and I was going to use it for the cucumbers. We decided to change that. Really wanted to clean up the front of the yard a little bit, so it didn't look so, aesthetically displeasing. So I'm going to actually do the cucumbers here, where I was originally going to do the beans. And what I'm going to do is over here, I'm going to go ahead and get this cleaned out. And I actually put the lattice or trellis, whatever you want to call it. It's actually a lattice, I guess, but put these here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use these for, one's going to be beans and the other one's going to be peas, I believe, is how I'm going to do it. Or I'll do both beans. We'll see. I'll decide on that. I got to trim that asparagus down so it doesn't get all nasty. Eggshells, if you ever have eggshells, you can crush that up and actually use that. It works. I forget what it provides. I want to say it's calcium. I'm not sure, though. This one has the cage. This one I could probably remove the cage, but I'm going to leave it on just so that the kids don't run into it too much, because I do have the trampoline right here. This is what the strawberry patch is looking like. I know you guys saw it a few days ago, but just wanted to give another look. So here I cleaned this out, and this is where I do my Thai chili peppers. So I've went ahead and actually already planted some here from last year's seeds, actually 2 years ago seeds, I think. No, last year's seeds, so that those can start forming. I got to water that. I'm going to actually have to get this cleaned out. I want to pick up as much of these strawberries as possible, and I'll kind of pick through them. We're probably going to have to get weeds out here, but that is a little more on what my wife deals with the flowers, which most of this is going to be for flowers. Part of it will be for cilantro as well. So now, deciding as far as how I'm going to set up my garden this year. Zucchinis are going to go here, but it's not going to be just zucchinis, right? So I got to obviously fill this up a little more. As you see, it's a little low, because I had a lot of organic matter last year that probably broke down now underneath the soil. So I'm going to have to top that off, just level it off. So I may try to get a little bit of organic matter, and then the top half is going to be mostly soil. So I'm thinking of doing a couple of different things, and I haven't really completely decided yet how I'm going to do it. But I know I'm going to do zucchinis on this side over here. So I'll probably do like 2 zucchinis, maybe 4, so that I can get a nice yield. And then I think that half of it is going to be, I want to try to do potatoes. So I think I might use this for potatoes. But I'm still trying to decide that just to see what the best fit is. Over here, I'm going to be doing mostly peppers. So I'm going to have, so I have my asparagus here. Over here, I'm going to do Thai chili peppers. I'm going to do some bell peppers here. I'm going to do jalapenos. And I'll have some Thai basil. And I'll have some herbs also kind of mixed throughout. And in the middle there, I may leave that for maybe some radishes. I'm going to do a hot lemon pepper over here. And I may do like radishes or something like that in the middle. Maybe carrots. I don't know. And then here's where I'm going to have mainly tomatoes. So I'm going to have 1 tomato here, 1 there. So that's 2. I may do 1, 2, 3, 4. And the reason I'm keeping them on the back end is because, as you see, the sun actually comes up. So it comes up actually from over here in this area. So this bed gets a decent amount of sunlight. And so what I want to do, if I have smaller crops, you want to keep those to the front, because that way the tomato's still going to get its, because it grows taller, and you're not going to be taking away from the smaller crops there. So that's how I kind of want to do it. I'm trying to just kind of, really I'm playing with it. Year after year, I kind of play with it to see what works best, because sometimes I've noticed that sometimes I'll put like tomatoes here, and then a smaller plant, if I have it behind it somewhere, it doesn't get as much sunlight, right? So obviously, if it's something that doesn't need much sunlight, that's fine. But if it's something that does, then you should probably be organizing it in a better manner. And I haven't done that in the past, but I plan on doing that this year to test it out, at least to see what kind of yields we get better, if we get better production and whatnot. So that's that. And then this one here, I still need to put a little, maybe like a 2x4 right there, just to bring it up. Or I may leave it like that and just have one side a little lower, which is fine. I repurposed wood. I did get 1 new board here because I was getting it for that. So I thought I'd go ahead and get 1 more. I think I'm going to be using this for... I'm going to be using this for the strawberries that I pull out from the bed over there. And I'll try to salvage the best strawberries. And I'll probably have maybe like 10 strawberry plants here, give or take 10 to 12, I'm guessing. So we can get some production out of that. But aside from that, that's what we got for the most part going. I do recommend doing the raise the, I don't know what you call this, but have that wood over top like that, so that way you can tie off your tomatoes, because it's good to string them up. It's good for you to be able to keep them growing upwards, as opposed to the weight of it, starting to fall off. And as tomatoes grow on, and sometimes the limbs will break. And you obviously don't want that happening. But not only that, but if your tomato falls over a bit and it stays like that, it can root into the ground right there and start forming more. So it'll like grow off, and it gets messy. It gets out of hand at times. So I don't recommend allowing that to happen. what you want to do is you want to try to keep it clean. Last year, I let it get too far out of control, but this year I'm going to try to keep a better eye on it. Like I said, we're going to be, vacationing as well. So, but that's my recommendation. To try to keep it off of the ground. I did also get some fertilizer, and I'll show you what I use. And yes, I will stand by it. So I like Job's Organic. This is the tomato and vegetable, or vegetable and tomato. I do have the fruit and nut also, or fruit and citrus. I don't remember which one. But, and I recommend just kind of, prepping the soil that you already have. If you're reusing soil from last year, go ahead and prep it a little bit, get some nutrients into it so that it's more ready for the plants. You can do it at the time of planting as well. But I like to sprinkle some over beforehand, and then I'll do do it like a week or so in advance, and then I like to do it again and give it like a little light sprinkle when I'm actually planting. But I went ahead and already did that, and I didn't do a whole lot because I do it 2 times. Because I know some of those nutrients can kind of go further down. So anyways, I don't know if that makes sense, but anyways, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be working here in the yard today. I may do another video later on when I'm planting something. I might be doing potatoes. I have to figure out exactly where I'm going to do those. But when I do, you'll be getting another video showing how I'm doing that. And keep in mind, it's not the first time. I tried to do trash bag potatoes once. I don't recommend it. It's not as easy as it looks, and we really didn't get much out of it. So I'm going to try it again this year. We'll see if I do a good job, and if, we're going to learn together, right? So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Happy growing. Talk to you later, guys.